Now, here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Irving attacking. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard, right side. McCollum against Irving. Back to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebounded by the Nets.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Lillard scanning the floor. That's tipped. Passes it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's Ariza on the wing. Offline with his three. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Now here's McCollum, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by KD. Lillard outside. From downtown. Nailed from three-point land.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
Durant in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Irving attacking. And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. And a wide open look for McCollum. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Durant, the pass to Allen, and stolen by Ariza. 1:57 left in the first quarter of the game. To the paint, stolen by LeVert. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Inside, Nurkic. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And it's 6 points for Nurkic.
Sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
To the middle, here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
1:04 left to play in the first. And it's Lillard missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy layup.
And the pass to LeVert over Ariza. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Ariza.
Improving so much since his rookie season. I can't wait to see the next step LeVert makes in his career.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. Back to Jordan. It's LeVert on the wing. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. LeVert the pass to Jordan. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Trent. Good on the wing. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the court for the Trailblazers, you've got Little. Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point guard position.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight.
Luwawu, the pass to Prince. That gives them the lead. Prince has got 4 points this quarter.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Trent. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Good on the three-point shot. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Trent. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's LeVert on the wing. Takes the 3. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Doesn't go that time. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
Here's LeVert, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
There's Luwawu shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Dinwiddie's checked in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Karis LeVert. Ariza finds McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Durant with the steal. Pass break, here we go. Nets passing it around. Allen's shot is off. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Trailblazers. From deep. That shot off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Durant, the pass to Dinwiddie. And Anthony sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. 1:09 left now here in the second. Here's Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lillard left side. Here's Ariza. Kicks it out to Lillard. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Irving looking for an opening. And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And then Lillard slams it in.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Pass to Dinwiddie. In the corner, Irving with it. Over Anthony. No good from Irving.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And it almost feels like two buckets coming off the steal like it did.
So the clock runs out with this score. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. Lock at 6. Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
Dinwiddie outside. It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Dinwiddie. And he makes good on the layup.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the wing on the left. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Irving. That one goes in.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. Got a piece of it. Back to Dinwiddie. Reverses. And Katie finishes inside. And the Nets lead by 2.
And almost 7 feet tall. I mean, Durant is a fantastic interior scorer. He uses his height well.
And the basket by McCollum.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. To the inside. Allen passes to Irving. Allen trying to break free. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Allen. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets. Lillard left side. Here's Anthony. Takes it off the glass.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taken on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
Passes it to McCollum. Down low, here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Lobs it up for Anthony. Allen with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Allen kicks to LeVert. Durant the pass to Allen. Good, nice job down low. Allen's got 5 points so far.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
There's the pass to Lillard. To the left wing. To the inside. Stolen by Allen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving's got the ball. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. 6 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Collins passes a little. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And stolen by Hood. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Trent, covered by Irving. Out to Hood. Pass to Whiteside. Now Collins. Hood on the wing with 2 seconds left. No good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Nets leading by a point. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, Rodney Hood out there with Little. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. It's Jordan on the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And he lobs it up, and it's Little finishing it off.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Back to Jordan. Yep, it counts. And the Nets lead by 1.
A comfort zone of Jordan's. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is the second of this half, 3rd overall.
Harris, right side. To the middle. Here's Irving. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Lillard outside. He kicks it to Hood. Back to Lillard. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Count the basket.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the middle.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The rebound by Prince.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Jordan, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, because of Whiteside's...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Little finishing it off.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there. And you know they're going to go to Irving in these spots. He's tremendous at scoring when his team needs a bucket.
Outside Hood. To the paint. Lillard from outside. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Outside Irving. Prince outside. Back to Irving. Durant for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Trent passes to Whiteside. Outside Hood. Back to Whiteside. And it's screened in by Whiteside.
That's the kind of passion and leadership they need from Whiteside. A belief that when they need a big bucket, he's the guy to get it.
The kick out to Irving. Inside, Jordan. He's off on that one. They teed that time from Hood. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas?
Lets the 3 fly. LeVert grabs the miss. Right side Irving looking to end the run. Got it.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the rock.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. And Lillard gets it to go. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Lillard. Now the pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Beyond the arc. Lillard misses. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. We play just over a minute here in the first. And here is Zubac. Passes it to Beverly. Now George. Clippers moving the ball around. From deep three-point range. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Now Lillard. Paul George missing from long range. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 5. To the middle. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 7 points in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Beverly, the pass to George. Back to Beverly. To the paint. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Little. Right side trying to break free. Little can't hit.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
A different look now for Portland. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony, and Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And then for the Clippers, Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. Now here's Jackson. Green. And Green is right there.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Hood against Williams. Outside Hood. To the inside. Shamet with the steal. Williams kicks to Harrell. Williams passes to Green. Collins grabs the miss. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for Portland. It's a three-point game. Pass to Trent. Back to Collins. Portland needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Collins. Hood deciding where to go with it. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Collins. He's out there with Rodney Hood. Whiteside is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Collins, good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Clippers leading by 3. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. And here is Los Angeles now. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Williams can't get it to go. And so here's Portland, trailing by 2. Outside Collins. And a deep three from Lillard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Jackson down low, covered by Lillard. And it's Harrell missing.
And a bump this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
So for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Lillard against Jackson. Pass to Nurkic. He nails it, and we're tied up. Nurkic has got his first points in this one.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Ariza goes in. Knocked away. Lillard, the pass to Hood. He feeds it to Nurkic. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Clippers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Loads it up there for Harrell. Stolen by Collins. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. And the rejection by Collins. And he gets it back. And again, the Clippers turn it over for the Trailblazers. Anthony's checked in for Zach Collins. And McCollum subbed in for Rodney Hood. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Leonard comes in for Green. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Anthony. Shoots. Portland again missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
George with no one around. And the Clippers miss again.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Morris into the lane. Nobody near Leonard. And just miss after miss right now. Portland leading. And here comes Ariza leading the fast break. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Little. He's checked in for Portland. 24 seconds left in the first half. Knocked loose. Just 5 on the clock. It's McCollum on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Lillard against Beverly. In the corner, it's Morris. Here's the 3. Not going to go that time.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
And a close game.
Carmelo first.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big. And that does it for our.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubac in its center. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Beverly dishes to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Trent's checked in. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Trent. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside Williams. The pass to Zubats. Yes, that goes in. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
And give Sweet Luke credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Here's Trent. Kicks it out to Ariza. Leonard with the steal. Morris passes to George. Anthony with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Trent. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Williams in the post. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Here's Trent. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats.
Yo, whose man is Paul?
Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
So, for the Clippers, Landry Shamet comes in for Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Williams. That free throw good from George. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now Lillard, 13 points in the game. Dishes to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Harrell with it. 1:04 left to play in the third. Jackson is doubled. Right side Leonard to the inside. Here's George. Harrell trying to free himself up. The shot by George, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break for the lead, and it's good on the way in. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Now here's Little. Guarded closely, and they double up Whiteside. McCollum against George. And Portland with another turnover here. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. .26 seconds left to play here in the third. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here's Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Over Anthony. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 3.
He combines strength and a ferocious attitude. Montrezl is a terror on putbacks.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Whiteside, and it's Little in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. So both teams making some changes here. Jackson drives in. The putback. Harrell on the foul. Harrell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Anthony, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Out to the wing. Pass to Trent. Feeds it to Nurkic. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Lou Williams is checked in for Landry Shamet. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Williams. Over in the corner, Beverly lets it go with a 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's Portland the other way.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Portland. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in. Harrell dishes to Leonard. George looking around. 3-pointer. Harrell. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Trent passes to Nurkic. Here's Trent. Now George. It's hauled in by Trent. Ariza passes to Trent. Outside Anthony. He kicks to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. The game now all time.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Outside, George. And stolen by Lillard. And here's the fast break. Anthony with it. Guarded now by Morris. Pass to Lillard. On deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Anthony down low. He's against Morris, and he hits it and gets hacked down. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Trailblazers now. Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And stolen by Lillard to the middle. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George passes to Zubac.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
Fantastic job stepping up and knocking those two down. That's got to be a huge confidence builder.
Lillard from deep three-point land and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Beverly for three. But they get it back. Takes it out to Leonard. Pass to George. Moves back up. Up again. Here's Zubac. Yes!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
From deep, George. That shot misses. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by one. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
And this is it, guys. Down one. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Ivica Zubac.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by one. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for... The view high above our broadcast. And let's go.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in the point. Now here is George. Zubac kicks to George. Can't get it to fall. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
The pass to LeVert. Rebound by the Clippers.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Irving against Beverly. That's tipped.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
LeVert. ID that time from Leonard.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's George. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now, here is Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Beverly wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And the wide open shot from Morris. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin. And yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Here's Dinwiddie after the basket by Los Angeles, and stolen by Harrell. Now the Clippers moving it up. Williams leading the charge.
And look at how much pressure Williams puts on a defense in the open court. Always pushing the action and playing downhill.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Brooklyn with the ball. It's Prince on the wing. Fires the 3. They get it back. The shot, no good. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Williams. Shamet on the wing. From deep. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Luwawu. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The offensive rebound. Hero. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Los Angeles has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Another shot. And Jordan gets it to go.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Jackson kicks to Harrell. Green left side. Shamet the pass to Green. And stolen by Jordan. It's stolen by Green. Williams from outside. Unable to get that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Nets up by 4. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Oh, that was terrific!
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Morris.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And then Durant with the jam.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris LeVert comes in for Taurean Prince.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
The shot's good from Irving.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's George. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Beverly against Irving. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 8.
no doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And it's good, 2 points.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Irving passes to Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Allen showing no mercy when he gets opportunities like this. Dangerous, very dangerous in these situations.
And that one's good, George.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Irving. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
George against LeVert. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by LeVert. Left side, Irving. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
You know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Irving dishes to Durant. Harris inside. He's covered by Leonard. LeVert against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And George, here we go. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Brooklyn, Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. George, no good. The Nets have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And they pick up 2. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And yes, it's good. Dinwiddie's got 6 points.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Luwawu. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Here's Allen. He gets that one. 8 points for him. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Here's Jackson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the basket by Jackson.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Joe Harris is checked in for LeVert. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And good that time. Jackson's got 8 points.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Prince finds Jordan. And the rejection by Harold. And Jordan gets it to go. And so Green will bring it up for the Clippers. A 2-point game. Good.
The thing about Williams, sometimes he doesn't look like he's moving all that fast, and then bam, there go the Jets.
There's Shamet, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for JaMychal Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. No good from Jordan. Clippers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
The Nets working the ball around now. Passes to Dinwiddie. To the left side wing. Luwawu. Offensive rebound. Nets. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. And Paul George is subbed in for Lou Williams. Outside, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when George has the ball in a comfortable spot, he's looking to draw the foul, feeling that there's nobody that can stay with it.
And he makes both free throws.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
The pass to Luwawu. Prince up top, covered by Morris. Jordan trying to free himself up. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Clippers leading by 4. Here's George. The rebound by Luwawu. And here comes the break. Here's Jordan. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. So for the Nets, Allen comes in for Jordan. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Luwawu. Pass to Harris. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. No good on the 3. The Clippers have gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Nets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You just can't foul Harris there because he's almost automatic from the line.
The Nets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. And it's Leonard with the jam.
just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's George, and oh, he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. KD on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. LeVert with a wide open look. And again, it's the Nets missing. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, how about the deceptive strength of George fending off the defense exceedingly well there and taking the ball strong to the rack.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Patrick Beverley out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And the rejection by Zubac. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Jackson. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Patrick Beverley, and it's Williams in for Jackson. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he banks in the layup.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's Leonard, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Nets trail by 10.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Allen. That one misses. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Here's Allen. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Stolen by George.
And he has a real nose for the ball right there. I mean, and that's what it takes to play effective defense in the low post. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Irving. That one's off. Still out of sync. Clippers leading by 18. From deep three-point range, it's not going to go for him.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
To the paint. Here's Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Boy, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to go. Watch out below. Come on now. Throw it down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Inside, Jackson gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 20.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 20-6 run. Shoots a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Crawford. Up and in on the layup.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Over Allen. No good from Zubats. Crawford looking over the floor. It's in. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Welcome, everyone. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Now here's Lillard. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. Durant in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. Anthony finds Ariza, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Allen right side. It's stolen by Anthony. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Ariza goes in. The shot by Lillard wide open. No good on the triple. KD with it. He's picked up by Ariza. KD looking around. Here's Allen. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Now here's Lillard. Puts up a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Irving against McCollum. Let's go. And it's Irving missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Lillard outside. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Now, Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Harris subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. He kicks it to Carmelo. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Nets making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. Nets trail by 13. Prince outside. .102 left in the first. to end the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Nasir Little picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Portland leading by 11. Here's Trent. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And a wide open look for Hood. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Dinwiddie outside. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Down low. And stolen by Whiteside. And now Portland on the break. Here's Trent. And Collins now top the key to the wing right side. He gets it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Damian Lillard making things.
Show up.
And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3 side. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Irving, and stolen by Whiteside. In the corner, Irving with it. The shot by KD. No good. Trailblazers leading by 16. Passes it to Trent. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Collins. Second chance effort. A rebound by the Nets.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And Portland has possession after the basket by Brooklyn. And there's the pass to Hood. Here's Trent. To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. It is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Anthony against LeVert. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 14. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Launches a 3. That shot off the mark. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Ariza's checked in. And the Nets making a change here as well. Prince is checked in. And that one's good. Durant.
How quick was that trigger there? Durant gets it off so fast. And there's not much you can do with where he shoots it from.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 14 points for the game. Prince outside. Allen outside. To the inside. Great D that time from Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. It's tipped. Lillard, the pass to Ariza. Outside Anthony. Inside. Here's Nurkic. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Off with the layup. Lillard finds McCollum. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Now Anthony. And it's Ariza in the corner. Lillard outside. From past the arc. Portland no good that time either. Nets trail by 14. Irving with the ball. Now Anthony defending. They grab their own miss. Allen, that's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Lillard. 14 points for him. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Little, he's checked in for Portland. Then for the Nets, Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Lillard from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Allen's shot is off. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. At one point, they led by 16.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Here now is Dinwiddie, and a missed layup. And so it's Portland sitting with a... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 16 points and 1 assist. What did you think about Portland, Kenny? Thanks for joining.
I promise to break for a positive fate.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland. Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Here now is Dinwiddie after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Lobs it up for Anthony. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Allen, that's good. 8 points for Allen. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
Yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now here's McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Nurkic against LeVert. Here's McCollum. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Luwawu Cabarro in for Karis LeVert. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And the shot is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the shot goes down.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. The 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Nets trail by 17. Pass to Luwawu. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Luwawu's got 6.
I think Kyrie could play not only with the ball, but with a baton right now, orchestrating the offense.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Crafty move. Luwawu's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 15. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Hood can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Now here's Lillard after the miss from KD. Back to Lillard. Out to Anthony. All alone. Portland no good that time either.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
One-on-one here. Here's Trent. The feed to Whiteside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And a nice show of strength from Whiteside there. Slapped on the shot, but still makes the basket.
For the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Damian Lillard. Prince is checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Prince. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Durant. Fires for 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Collins. Here's Trent. And he dunks it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. While recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. A steal. Here's Trent. Over to the left wing. To the middle with 1 on the clock. And he lays it up and in. Trent's got 6 here in this quarter.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
This team did something in halftime.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Trailblazers out in front, opening up a huge gap. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Prince. He's out there with Jared Allen. LeVert out there with Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Here's Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
Cullen passes to Trent. Back to McCollum. It's Ariza on the wing. Fires the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. At the elbow, it's Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. Down low. In the corner, it's Little. Just 5 to shoot. Ariza has the open look. The Trailblazers rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. Passes it to Trent. Nurkic trying to get open. Trent can't hit. Nets trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley. And then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Durant's checked in for the Nets.
He's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside Anthony. Out left to the wing. Collins in the post. Working on Allen. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
LeVert the pass to Durant, and there it is for him.
Kevin Durant, simply one of the game's greatest scorers of all time.
Portland leading by 20. Here's Trent. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Ian Harris wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Anthony taking his time here. There's the pass to Nurkic. There's the double team with Allen. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution.
1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Crawford dishes to Johnson. To the wing on the left. Caruge. Changes up. And Jordan with the layup.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Pass to Azania. Here's Swanigan. Kicks to Collins. Just 4 to shoot. Azania, the pass to Hood. Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Simons surveying the D. And the layup's good off the glass.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside Collins. Pass to Swanigan. Shoots it. Shot by Collins, no good. To the left side wing. From 10 feet out. That one doesn't drop. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Lillard finds Nurkic. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without fouling.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Lillard against Beverley. Leonard on the wing. Morris outside. From deep, George hits the three-point bomb.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris kicks to Beverley. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. Misses the 3. McCollum against George. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Boy, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And here's Beverley. Outside, George. George double teamed. And the shot goes in. George has got 5 now.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. There's the triple. Lillard misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Back to Lillard. Anthony trying to get open. Lillard misses.
That's a shot they're always happy to give, even when he blows the finish.
And that one's good, George.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Lillard. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Beverley against Lillard. Beverley with the ball. The shot by George, wide open. Rebound by Nurkic.
And, you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. 5 points in the game. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George dishes to Beverley. There's 1:26 left here in the first quarter. George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Zubac against McCollum. To the inside. Here's Anthony. Nurkic trying to get open. The shot by Anthony, no good. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. A different look for the Clippers. Jermichael Green comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after blocks.
Little passes to Trent. Hood on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hard to shake Hood's focus. When he's determined, he accepts whatever the defense throws at him.
Williams in the post. Goodbye Hood. To halt the run. And it's Green. Missing. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. Hood kicks to Little. Back to Hood.
And Jackson using his trademark quickness to bother shooters. Really getting up all over them.
So at the end. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
They're governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then it's Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point.
Yeah, Whiteside won't allow that. You have to work way harder to outplay a blocker of his talent.
Pass to Trent. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward.
Oh, good. Did you see that? And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Count it.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Trent. Outside Hood. The pass to Whiteside. They get it again. Kicks it out to Collins. Second chance shot. Can't connect from short range. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And now Portland on the break. Oh, Whiteside in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, perhaps Whiteside would be my first pick to go for an alley-oop. Size, hops, great radius to catch the ball.
Jackson passes to Harrell. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Harrell's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Collins kicks to Hood. Three-pointer. Here's Whiteside. Out to Hood. Back to Whiteside. With 1 on the clock, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
You got to keep Whiteside off the glass because he's a huge threat to put misses back in.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Trent. Outside Hood. He kicks to Whiteside. 5 on the clock. Trent. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Drains the three-pointer.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Jackson dishes to Harrell. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Lillard attacking. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Lillard. Whiteside with it. He's covered by Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard kicks to Little. Whiteside trying to break free. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And
thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50. And that's a wrap.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Here's Nurkic. That one, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's George. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
Leonard dishes to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. And the wide open shot from Morris. Kept alive. Zubac the pass to George. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Kicks it out to Ariza. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Beverly. Morris passes to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard fires away from way outside. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass from the tip.
Outside Leonard. McCollum against George. Back to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And the Clippers making a change here. Shamet's checked in. George shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
Harrell, he's checked in for Morris.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Trent. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Ariza against George. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. There's 1:54 left in the 3rd quarter. That one drops for him.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Passes it to Shamet. From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George.
But not his best day from 3-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Now the pass to Carmelo. Rejection by Harrell. Down low. Here's Leonard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 13.
He logs his first 3 of the 2nd half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
And he commits the intentional foul. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Outside, George jacks up a 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Anthony.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The shot by George, no good. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Trailblazers. Anthony, the pass to Whiteside. 20 seconds left to play in the 3rd.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. There's 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Pass to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
So crafty when driving to the rim. Whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the play.
George is checked in for Williams. All free throws good from Lillard. Clippers with the ball. It's a one-point game. Zubac finds Leonard. McCollum against George. Got a piece of it.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
Kicks it out to McCollum to take the lead. No good that time. Stolen by McCollum. Ariza against Leonard. McCollum passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's 17 points for Lillard.
Love seeing Lillard working in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
The three from George. Traps in the tray. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Jackson against Lillard. The feed now to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Ariza. Pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got the game tied up here for Portland.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
George dishes to Jackson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it. Yeah, nothing too fancy, just getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Lillard misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah. And I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Ariza outside. Stolen by Jackson. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around him, man.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. And see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Nurkic. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. One-on-one fast break. Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. George passes to Leonard. Anthony left side. There's the lob to the hoop. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Paul George with the steal. Inside, and it's George finishing it off.
And a little verticality there from George, not to mention the timing between those two on the alley-oop.
Here's Trent. That three off the mark.
Oh, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
To the middle. Right side, George. Over Trent. Again, Los Angeles.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. George from deep three-point land. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George. He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's George for three. No good on that one. So the Clippers with the win, even early on. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game before.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Now here is George. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
And you can see the willingness of Karis LeVert to get out in transition and create opportunity.
On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. George missing again. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's LeVert on the wing. Allen finds LeVert. Second shot opportunity, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. Outside, George. Passes it to Beverley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverley has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach Doris to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach. Well, we know Kevin Durant can score from all 3 levels. That one, a chippy for him.
Harrell. George against LeVert. That's good for George on the assist by Harrell.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Leonard. Here's George. Plays it up and banks it in. 8 points for Paul George.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And it's LeVert missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Now here's Durant. LeVert in the corner. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nets had gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the technical free throw is good.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Nets with the lead. On the wing, Harris from outside the arc. Rebound by Harrell.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They kick it out to Green. Outside Jackson. Here's Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This guy is as good a shot maker as anyone in the league. Lou Williams doing work.
Irving surveying the floor. The shot comes out. Clippers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And they take the lead. .24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. .20 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got his second basket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Irving up top. The pass to Luwawu. Feeds to Prince. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Paul. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
It's the Nets now after the Clippers pick up 2. Inside. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Jordan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert into traffic.
Shamet, the wing jumper, off target. Nets trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Back to Jordan.
Good, and Harris gets the assist.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Jackson, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Irving. Down low, Prince. And the rejection by Zubac. Pass to Shamet. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with her work down low.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Here's Williams following the basket by Kyrie Irving. It's Williams with the drive. Nets trail by 6.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Outside, George gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 11.
Well, the three ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
No good. The Nets go the other way with it. It's stolen by Morris. Outside, George. And it's George again missing.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Allen. It's hauled in by George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Count it. Good. 13 points in the game.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's George. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
KD on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
It's LeVert on the wing. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 9. And here's George for 3. But they recover it. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's LeVert. 1 second left.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 17 points. That's all for now.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Here's Durant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Irving with the ball. He's got 8. Over in the corner, Allen.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And we got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Here's George, and he banks in the layup. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Luwawu. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Luwawu. In the corner, Irving with it. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's Irving missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jackson passes to Williams. And it's good for 2.
This guy is the master of the mid-range. Lou Williams with the in-between game.
And stolen by Williams. Pass to Zubac. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Luwawu. The Clippers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. It's Durant on the wing. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Shamet kicks to Jackson. Basket counts, and the Clippers lead by 7.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And stolen by Harrell. Tipped away. Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Irving. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Irving's got 12.
How about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Clippers leading by 5. Here's Williams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Irving. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Williams inside. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. That one goes. Count it. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Harris outside. Jordan kicks to Irving. Back to Jordan. outside for Durant. From the arc, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Allen comes in for Jordan. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Durant. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard, he's checked in for Green. Leonard inside. He's covered by Irving. And again, no good by the Clippers. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And that one drops. That's 12 points for Lou Williams.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Snatched up. Allen drops in the layup for 2.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 9. Here's KD. And finish comes by KD.
Well, drop that hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
Morris into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got his first basket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Misses in close.
Well, this is exactly the kind.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Leonard attacking, and the shot goes in.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Here's LeVert. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Three-pointer, LeVert bangs home the trifecta.
How about that? Such an instinctive offensive talent. Karis LeVert, natural under pressure.
And that one, good. George has got 25 points in the game.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Here's Allen. Banked in off the glass.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Now, here's George. Pass to Zubac. Durant with the steal. George against Dinwiddie. Here's Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Williams is checked in for the Clippers.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Now here's Irving. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Allen.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Irving finds Allen. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment. If you need a bucket under big-time pressure, Lou Williams is your guy.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn.
And really a great job to maintain his composure. How about the body control there? Now he gets the and one and turns this into a 2-possession game.
Irving from long range. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Allen against Zubac. And stolen by Williams. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now George. Nobody near Leonard. And a miss there on the triple.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked him.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.